and welcome to this GC People Leader series. I'm Shann from Rensburg, and here with me today is Kevin Ferguson, CEO of Highbury Media and Ramsay Media. Kevin, you recently did the GC Index, and your profile suggests that you have a high game changer, playmaker proclivity. Can you tell us a bit about how this profile underpins your success?
Media has been a changing landscape and come under many challenges over the last 10 years. So I've had to adapt. I've had to look at innovations that have come from overseas, because as South Africa is about 3 to 5 years behind the time from an American point of view, a little less from a European point of view. So I've had the benefit of seeing what has been taking place in these regions and being able to look at what's working there and adapt it to what will work here. So I've had to be game changer in terms of the difficulties that the media landscape has gone through in the last 10 years. You either become one or you die.
What skills have you had to develop along the way to make the most of these proclivities?
I think the biggest skill that I've had to develop is being able to have difficult conversations with people, and because that was never my nature. I'm someone that shies away from conflict, and pretty easygoing person that likes everybody to get along. So I've had to adapt strong playmaker skills, but also have difficult conversations with people when it's called for. And I think when I look at any business, and we've been a business that have made a few acquisitions, and every acquisition that we make and every business that we look at going in and turning around, I find that that's probably the biggest skill set missing, and the downfall of many organizations is when everybody avoids having difficult conversations and sideways promotions, and no one really wants to offend everybody. So that's the biggest skill set that I've had to learn, is to be able to take that head on and have difficult conversations, which are very uncomfortable for people, for me and for other people to have.
When would you say have you been in a role that has really been in tune with your proclivities, where you've felt most comfortable and kind of in your sweet spot?
I think we've made, I think, 4 or 5 acquisitions over the last 10 years. And it's during those times that I really find myself the happiest and gravitate towards those playmaker and game changer, where I can go in. But we traditionally buy distressed businesses, so there's a low benchmark, so you can always only look good. You go in and you have to galvanize and change the culture of those organizations and get the best out of people and strategize about where the business is going to go. So those things are my real happy place, I suppose, and suit my proclivity well.
Has there been a role that you can think of where you were less in tune with these proclivities?
Anytime anybody asks me to implement stuff, I'm not an implementer. I'm, like you said, I like to strategize, surround myself with really good people and better people than me, so more creative people in the creative departments. I've got a grounding in all aspects of what this business is about, but we have a very strong financial person. We've got a strong managing director that is very cognizant of the pennies. He's a less flamboyant person, but keeps me in check. So surrounding people and surround myself with people that are better than me in the things that they do by a country mile, but I understand them and I work well with them, and don't micromanage. Let them get on with stuff and do what they do best, and never take praise for it. Always give praise. That's been the secret, I think, for me.
And that's quite typical of that playmaker proclivity, where we call them the social glue, bringing people together, finding the right roles for people, getting the best out of people, motivating people to a common goal. And really, I've seen that in your way you operate in terms of bringing the right people, surrounding yourself with people who really bring out the best in you, and support you in terms of your success.
People generally make the mistake of thinking that everybody needs to be treated or rewarded or incentivized or motivated in a similar way. And that's not true at all. My experience has been that everybody needs to be treated differently, and incentivized differently, complimented differently. There needs to be different interactions, and you need to figure out what it is for each of those people to get the best out of them. And I'm reasonably good at that, I think.
So Kevin, in terms of your game changer proclivities, and there's a lot going on in the world right now, what are the next steps in your game changing world?
Again, it's to look at how everybody else is adapting, looking at the brands and the products that we have, and seeing where they're going to fit into the new world. I mean, we've been a predominantly print-based business for the first 15 years of our existence, and it's over the last 10 years we've had to adapt and gone through multiple changes, develop different platforms for delivery of content, become specialists in videography, podcasts, websites, understanding the social, where social media is playing, and how it all can benefit and work within our ecosystem. So, I mean, this is not, look, COVID-19 has been an absolute disaster for a lot of businesses, and it's taken its toll on ours as well, and in many media businesses in South Africa. But I think we've been early adapters to the 360-degree technology or 360-degree platforms at an early stage, and we didn't rush into anything. So I'm pretty pragmatic when it comes to, and this company is looking at not leaping into something. We're pretty conservative in letting other people with more money and more experience and better people than us set the trends, and then we just look and adapt them to how it fits into our business. So I think that'll be an ongoing strategy that we implement and keep looking at.
Great. Kevin, thanks so much for your time. It's been really great talking to you, and all the best.
Thanks, Shannon. It's been great working with you.